Good afternoon and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for what is set to be another busy week here at Perkins, because we have plenty of beautiful new stock to be processed and displayed here on our YouTube channel. So if you are enjoying our content, click on the subscribe button and you'll be hearing a lot more from me in the future. So this here is a Moondust Silver Ford Focus ST line MHEV. So that is a mild hybrid electrical vehicle. And what that means for you is there's no charging, there's no plugging it in. You simply get in it, the magic happens beneath you, and you get some very good MPG out the back of it. That is partly thanks to the 1 litre EcoBoost engine that is producing 155 PS of power. That 155 PS of power is then transmitted through the front wheels through a 6-speed manual gearbox. The vehicle itself is registered on a 72 registration, meaning you're going to be taking Ford warranty with you until December 2025. We have done just under 12,000 miles, I believe it's 11,700, but like always, I'll get the exact number once we're on the dash in a moment. So, the first port of call this afternoon is the near side front bumper. And we have beautiful daytime running lamps, so let me present to you the beautiful remote central locking key. Ooh, one click on the unlock button is going to wake up those daytime running lamps. So daytime running lamps give you the ultimate visibility no matter the lighting condition. So even like today, on the brightest of winter's days, you're going to be seen by other road users. A quick disclaimer, they're not flashing in real life, that is just due to the frequency in which my camera records at. So back into the headlights, we have beautiful LED headlights there, and just below we can see front parking sensors, and they trail all along that bottom lip of the bumper. That little dully radar-y bit there, that is a front-facing radar responsible for some of the driver assistance pack, such as pre-collision assist. But I shall cover that in its entirety once I'm inside the vehicle. Swiftly making our way over now to the offside front wheel. This is a beautiful 17-inch magnetic grey alloy wheel. As you can see, being the ST line, we have some silver painted brake calipers. We've had 2 replacement tyres put on the front here, so they are like new. So we have 2 brand new, or good as new, Goodyear tyres on the front there, so you don't have to worry about them for a long time yet. So some really good quality tyres. Moving our attention north quickly, we have an abundance of sensors to cover. First one being that one just there, which is a light sensor. So as the sun goes down and the moon comes up, your lights will come on automatically. Furthermore, at the top of the windscreen there, we have another, that long one at the top is a traffic speed sign recognition camera, and we also have another one which is a rain sensor for the rain sensing wipers. As you can see, that there is a panoramic glass opening roof with a complimentary flycatcher at the front. I'm only joking. That just distorts the air going inside the cabins. You don't get that horrible whoopee noise inside. But as you can see, it's a really low profile, low sitting glass, so it's going to create next to no drag at all. And yeah, it's going to be a lovely bit of specification, especially on those nice summer's days. Then abundance of cool air and light into the cabin. So a big fan of pan roofs, and you can also see that it's got a black painted roof as well. So that really aids with the two-way colourway of this Focus. So you have the Moondust Silver paintwork and the black windows and the black roof. It really does look the business. So moving your attention south, we have another bit of spec to talk about. So as you can see, the mirrors are folded in. I'll just confirm that by locking it on the remote central locking. On the door handle here, we have the 5 lines to signify we have keyless entry. So simply a tap behind the door handle will unlock the vehicle, and a tap on those 5 lines will then again lock the vehicle. So again, power folding and heated door mirrors as well. Just a lovely convenient system if you have your keys in your handbag or your pocket, maybe you have shopping in your hands or a child, and it's very easy to gain entry to the vehicle without scrambling for your key. And also you have the keyless engine start stop button as well, so you don't even need your key in the entirety. But keep an eye on the wing mirrors though, because keyless entry does time out after a certain period of time if you don't open the doors. So at this stage of the video, I'm going to take a step back on the offside rear of the body, and I'm going to get the camera nice and high. I'm just going to gently rock it back and forth, hopefully showing you how beautiful all these body panels are. As you can see for yourself in that shot, it is spectacular. So then we can link that back round to the offside rear, Again, a beautiful 17-inch alloy wheel. Now, as you can see on the rear here, we have Continental Eco Contact 6 tyres. So obviously they're way within their legal wear limit, so we didn't need to replace these, but you do have good tyres all the way around on the vehicle. So again, one less thing for you to worry about. So we're going to start to make our way around the rear of the vehicle, and we can see rear parking sensors as well, so front and rear parking sensors on this one. But I just wanted to take a step back to look at the shape of this vehicle. It's a beautiful shape. It's really got some great edges, great curves, a little diffuser bit at the bottom there. Again, it's a very attractive looking car. So that is the rear, and I'm just going to give the near side the exact same treatment before we dive into the interior. So again, getting the camera nice and close to the body and just rocking it back and forth. As you can see, we've got a bit more sunlight this side as well. Wonderful. So then to the near side rear, again another Eco Contact 6 Continental tyre on board, but rear discs feature on this Focus. So now moving our way all the way to the near side front wheel, and again giving you a good look at that. Again, that is a matching Goodyear tyre to match the other side as well. So there you can actually see the original sticker on the tyre, so that kind of proves how little miles they've done on those yet. Okay, so marvellous. That is the exterior taken care of. Now it's time to have a look inside. Double unlock function on the key. Otherwise, we have the pressure pad just below the C, if you like, just there. And that will open up the boot. And inside there, I love the volume inside the boot on these Ford Focuses. It's an abundance of space, a very high volume, big enough for a couple of dogs maybe, whether you've got cricket bags, sports equipment, golf sticks, anything like that will get in there, not a problem. People like the analogies of animals, so today I reckon you're getting a chimpanzee sat right there. Unfortunately, I've got a bad relationship with Colchester Zoo. Colchester Zoo won't let me in anymore because they think I'm licking all their animals for walk-around videos. But there we go, don't worry about that. Underneath this liner here, as you can see for yourself, it's a space saver spare wheel, and then underneath there is all the relevant tools, jacks and braces you need to change that wheel on the side of the road, so potentially getting you out of trouble. So that's inside the rear and the boot, or whatever you like. Now it's time to have a look inside the vehicle. So obviously the vehicle is locked once again, so we need to click on unlock on the key, and that will open up the rear. So like always, we're going to start with the door cards. A child-proof door card there, so heavy wearing plastic features there. On the armrest we've got this lovely soft touch cloth. We have 4 electric windows on this vehicle, so you have an individual control on the corresponding door card. So spinning the camera around now, let's start with the seats and work our way down. So you've got some beautiful ST line interiors. That is the dark cloth with the chessboard pattern in the lower part and the base of the seat. But again, look at this wonderful red stitching. It really does make it look the business. So we have ISO fixing point on the right hand rear, and equally again on the left hand rear. So if you do carry those smaller humans of this world, clip the seats in and make sure they're nice and secure. But if you were carrying full-size humans, they're going to need leg room, and the Focus provides just that. And you can get proper sized people in here, not a problem. So it's a lovely opportunity excuse me, to look up into the panoramic glass opening roof and give you a good view from here, seeing how much light that lets into the cabin. Beautiful. And also we have the sun blind that can be retracted across the whole roof, so it could be a nice dark black headlining also. So let's talk goodies, let's talk spec. Oh, if I can open the door, it's that windy today. I don't know how much of this you've actually heard, to be honest with you, but I've tried to cover my microphone as best I can. So again, driver's door card now, a lovely grey stripe leading to the door handle. And on the cluster there we have the interior locking, you have the electric mirror functions, and also the power folding mirror function there as well. 4 electric window controls, and you also get the rear lock for the kiddies in the back. Spinning the camera around for the last time in this video, we can have a look at the driver's and passenger seat. So you can see we have that chessboard pattern amplified to the top part of the seat. Again, a lovely black cloth with red stitching features. Manually adjustable seats, we have a rear tilt, a height, a front tilt, and a forward and backwards is done on the conventional rail at the front. I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle now. You may hear a little bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me for a moment. Marvellous. Marvellous. Right, so I'm just going to sort myself out. So if you don't mind bearing with me for just a second, hood is coming down. Right, so I said about it earlier, we have an engine start stop button, which is currently drowning in sunlight. There we are. So foot on the clutch depressed, one click on the button, and that will gain us power to the vehicle. I think the first task whilst we're inside the vehicle now is to close that pan roof to give us a nice bit of peace and quiet. So the left hand button there will close the roof, then the right hand button will pull back the sun blind, like so. Voila. So a really nice bit of spec on this Focus actually. One thing I don't have on mine, pan roof, and I quite wish I did now. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do now we're inside the vehicle is give you a tour around the dashboard. So bear with me whilst I try and find a position for the camera that's not bathing in sunlight. Okay, that will do us nicely. So to the left hand side of your image now is an RPM times 1000. This counts the revolutions of the crankshaft, also known as the output power of the engine. At the bottom we have a coolant temperature sensor and also a conventional fuel gauge. To the right hand side is where you'll find an analog speedo with miles per hour around the outside and kilometers an hour in the middle. The middle section of the driver display we can control using the return, OK up and down, and menu button on the right hand side of the steering wheel. So there's lots of information that you might find interesting. So the first thing we're going to do is the mileage. So the exact mileage is 11,727.3. To the right hand side you can see an ambient air temperature sensor. So if you've been watching my videos recently, it's a darn sight warmer than it has been. At the bottom there we have a symbol there for the automated stop start, one for lane assist, and we can see the speed sign that is replicated on the bottom right hand side of the screen. So this is a home page. If you like, you can come down to various trick computers. Obviously this vehicle will do a lot better than 1.8 miles per gallon, but we've just charged the 12 volt battery, so that trip has been reset. In my view, let me just go back up, I missed that one. There we are. Expand that using the menu button and you can dictate what you'd like to see on the screen. A lot of people, they love a digital speedometer, so you can have that appear in the middle like so. Then we're into the driver assistance, and here you have driver assistance such as Eco Coach. Back down, we're into navigation. So once you have all of your home destinations, previous destination, favourites and points of interest all programmed into your sync module, it's very easy to just click on the button and set the navigation to where you want to go. Then we have your audio, so you're currently looking at DAB1 input source. Then we've got your phone connectivity via Bluetooth and back to your main screen. If you expand there, you can see things such as your full driver assistance pack. Well, it's on the screen, but I'll come to that in a sec. We've got the seat belts, auto stop start, local hazard information, tyre pressures, and oil life. Marvellous. So that is the screen ahead of you. So let me just lose the zoom, like so. So we've covered the buttons on the right hand side of the steering wheel. We also have a voice command, a pick up, decline, and previous and next song function. To the left hand side of the steering wheel is where you'll find the buttons for the adaptive cruise control. This is a very ergonomic place to keep it, so it's just by your left thumb. So top left is the button to adjust the distance to the vehicle in front. We have a cancel, we have your set speed plus and minus in the middle, on and off a standby top right, and your speed limiter, which is found bottom right. The speed limiter can be set to adaptive, so it will adapt your speed limiter based on the traffic speed signs that have been read by the camera. Below that we have a volume minus, a volume plus, and also a mute button. Now I know it sounds a bit silly and almost a bit sad, but I have fallen in love with this steering wheel, which is obviously a leather steering wheel, perforated around the edges, but it's got a nice thickness to it, and that red stitching is to die for. I think that looks incredibly smart. Yeah, okay, not many times you'll hear someone obsessing over a steering wheel, but hey, nice to meet you, my name's Dan. So down here we have, it's going to get sadder. I'm talking about steering wheel, and now we're on to cup holders. If you're buying a vehicle, you're going to be a human, and humans require fluids, so that means you're going to have a drink. So if that's a coffee, you can clamp it in, or a can, a big can, McDonald's cup, big bottle, little bottle, whatever it is, you can adjust it and clamp it into position, so when you go around a roundabout, that's what we have in UK, roundabouts, your coffee's not going to fall over your passenger, which is a lovely point of view. I've got this in my vehicle, and it's one of my favourite points. But you'll appreciate this. Once you bought this vehicle, you'll remember this video and say, he was right about the cup holders. They're fantastic. Anywho, here is the controls for the 6-speed manual gearbox. Look how beautifully that goes into gear, honestly. That is something else. These focuses are really, really nice to drive there. The engine, the 155 engine, really picks up nicely, and to have a beautiful manual gearbox to complement that power, wonderful. Down in that cubby hole there is a beautiful place to reside your phone. We have a USB-C charging port and also a USB-A. USB-C gives you 5 amps of charging, and USB-A will give you about 2.1 amps of charging. USB-A is predominantly a data port, so if you intend on using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, plug your phone in using a USB data cable in that bottom port there. I shall come back to Apple CarPlay in a second, because we're going to be talking about heating, ventilation and air conditioning first. So if you do suffer with a really cold passenger, you can heat them up whilst keeping yourself nice and cool. So that is dual zone air conditioning, so both sides can be set to individual temperatures. At the bottom we have fan speed plus and minus, and this one here is for the Ford electronically heated windscreen. So in the winter months when it's frosty outside, push the button, 30 seconds later your vehicle is ready to drive. Up there we have different flows of vents in the middle, demist functions to the left, and air conditioning and recirculation is found to the right hand side. So concluding this video now, wrapping things up, we're going to take a look at this beautiful Sync 3.4 module. So we know it's the updated software because we have the dark blue band at the bottom. So we're actually going to begin somewhere a bit different. I said about it the whole duration of the video, and that's the driver assistance pack. So in this, on the FICM module, the infotainment screen, you can see the entirety of the driver assistance settings. So that includes the adaptive cruise control, the speed limiter, which can again be set to intelligent. You have your lane keeping system, pre-collision assist, traffic sign recognition, wrong way alert, beg your pardon, driver alert, we have hill start assist and traction control. Returning from that menu, we can then go into vehicle. This is where you'll find all of your vehicle settings, and they include goodies such as wipers, rain sensing wipers. I said about the sensor up there earlier. In lighting, you also have your auto high beam. I don't know if I said about that sensor actually. There's also a light sensor up there, and it will turn on and off your auto high beams. And we've got stuff like auto fold mirrors in there as well. So I thought I'd start there today. But the nuts and bolts of the screen is this is your home page. Bottom left is you'll find audio, and in audio you have various sources such as FM, DAB and Bluetooth audio. Then we can come across to phone, and in phone you have your Add phone, and iPhone X is one of the technician's dummy phones, so we just test the Bluetooth, but it's obviously not been deleted, so I shall do that in a second. Next up in the middle is your Sync 3.4 navigation. So this is a fantastic navigation system. I use it all the time in my Focus, and for example you'd like to come to Perkins to look at this vehicle, you're going to need click on the search box on the keyboard loads nice and quickly, and you're going to need Charlie Mike 776 Sierra Alpha. After that, click the search box like so, and that will navigate your route to Perkins in no time at all. And don't forget, once you, for example, save that as a favourite, it'll be very easy to click favourites on the screen ahead of you and set destination nice and quickly, or you can see the directions appear of you there as well. So one last point I wanted to show you, just popping the vehicle into reverse will activate the front and rear parking sensors. So this is also known as a park pilot, so you'll get a nice colour band front and rear as you get closer to the object in question, and you also get an intermittent beep that will increase in frequency as you get closer to the object in question. So when it goes to a constant tone, beep, stop. Stop. So that's about it for me today. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did have any further questions about this vehicle or any other vehicle here at Perkins Garages, please get in contact using the number 01376 550 899. If you like the video, please like the video, subscribe, and hopefully I'll be seeing you again soon. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.